my audio. Yep. So.
Okay. So we'll just wait here 1 second here.
I just got a notification that you're streaming, so I'm gonna check that out on my phone.
Yeah. That's a good way to check it out.
Sure.
Make sure it's working. Well, it says we got one viewer, and yes, Stinking Corpse is here. That means we are now live. Perfect. Yes. That is confirmation. Yes. We have liftoff.
Yes.
All right, without any further ado, let's get into the introduction of the show. I am Newf, your host for this evening, and our special guest on episode 4 of Mixing It Up with Newf is the one, the only Jago Kuken. And before we get into the introductions, I do want to get one little thing off my chest. And this might rile a few feathers in the community, but at this point, you know what? I'm a little bit tired of it, because what I want to get off my chest is that there are lots of people in our community, like Stinking Corpse, like Spider-Man, like Vogelskrieg, like Jago, like UK Dazarus, who are supporting a lot of podcasts, who tweet out a lot of links, who put out lots of stuff for people. They're always supporting the community. But we have a lot of...
I do what I can, brother.
Yeah, but what my point is, we have a lot of high-profile people in our community as well who expect us to support their content, but then don't support us. So I'm just calling it out right now, guys, that there are people out there. I'd like to see a little bit more support for not just the big YouTubers, but some of us smaller guys who are trying to make our channels. We're always coming out and catching your shit, so come out and catch ours from time to time. Even pop in and say hello. It means the world. You don't have to stay for the 2 hours, but, you know, even just to show up and say hi means the world to a lot of us here in the community. So I'm just wanted to get that off my chest, because I've noticed that trend, and I've noticed how there's always a group of people who do a lot for the community, and then there's a lot of other people that only give a shit about what they're doing, and after that it's like, yeah, screw the rest of you. So anyway, now that
that's why I popped in the other night, brother. I was like, I remember what I was doing. I was like, I'm just popping in to, you know, say hey and show my support. And you were like, cool beans, you know. you appreciate it just like how anybody else would.
It doesn't have to be long sometimes. Even just, I appreciate people stopping by to say hello for even a couple of minutes, you know, or sharing a link or something like that. We got Spider-Man up in the chat. We got Stinking Corpse here.
What's up,
Siberia's
Spider-Man?
In the house.
Sticky baby, Siberia.
Yeah. We got a couple of the regulars here right now. We got 4. So let's get this show on the road. We got Killer Kel stopping by as well. Killer Kel, thanks for stopping by. Yes, shout-outs are very much encouraged on this sort of a mixer stream. I like to shout out as many people as I can. Yeah, Spider-Man's like always here. Like the guy's got me on speed dial or some shit. I don't know.
Always there. He got you online. He's got a tracking device on you, bro.
I know. He wants me to get my ass kicked on Bloodborne last night. So let's get into the introduction, guys. I do apologize for last week. Jago came on the show. What happened was we ran the stream, but somehow along the lines, there was a technical difficulty with Mixer. It basically did not go live, even though we had the chat thing up in the corner, the whole 9 yards. It did not go live, and it didn't end up on the VOD, so I couldn't post it after the fact. So now here we are. We know it's working now. We got people in the chat. So introduction, you know, Jago Kuken, he is one of the coolest guys in the podcast community. He just a couple months back started up on Attack the Glitcher show.
Thanks to you,
Newf.
Podcast. Thanks to you, Newf.
Hey man, you make it fly. I just was the recommender. That's it. You're doing it all on your own now, brother. So you're doing a hell of a job, man. You're doing a hell of a job. I got to say, your input is always valued. You bring a lot of good points to the table, and you just got a great personality. You're like a brother from a different mother. So
yes, sir.
So Jago, for those who don't know you, I mean, some of us know you a little bit better than others, but for people that are new, checking this stream out live or maybe later, tell us about yourself, Jago. When did you get into gaming? What's some of your earliest gaming memories? And what was like your favorite console ever, like, especially from when you were a kid?
Oh my God. Well, I'll just put this out here. I'm one of the older cats at game, of course. Started gaming, I think it was like 85 on my uncle's Atari 2600. Natural progression. My first console that I had was a Sega Master System. Had the VR glasses. Had Rocky. I had God, I can't even remember all the games I had for that system. I mean, I had like 50, and just natural progression. Whether I could afford it at the time or later, I've had pretty much every console known to man, other than like the CDI and those really, really crappy ones. My favorite console of all times. Oh, man, I've had so many consoles, and gaming's been part of my life since, like I said, I was 10. It's tough, man. I've had so many. And every console at the time I've had them has been my favorite. Does that sound weird? I don't think it does.
No, no, it
Because you're
doesn't
just
sound
excited
weird.
about the new
Right,
technology and the new innovation that comes from a new
right.
generation of consoles. But I have to say, right now, the X is probably my favorite console because Microsoft, in my opinion, opinions like assholes, my opinion, Microsoft didn't lie about what they were bringing to the table. But some people will say, yeah, your X is crap if you list all this negative crap on social media. That's why I'm not on social media as much as some other people are. I'll just say that.
Right. Well, Jago, I know you're a big Sega guy, as am I. I mean, Sega was my primary console
Yes.
of choices. I was a kid. My first
Yep.
system was the Master System. But when you think of
Yep.
Sega, what franchise pops out to you the most with Sega? Is there a particular one that you kind of identify with?
Good God. Oh, man.
I figured that'd be an easy one
I
for
had
you.
so many. Oh, was so many. I mean, there was Sonic, there was Streets of Rage, there was the original Rocky and the Sega Master System that I played for hours. There was Sewer Shark on the Sega CD.
Right.
There was what was that game? Night Trap with Dana Plato. Rest in peace. It was hard as balls, and I could never beat it, but I loved it. Got a Golden Axe. I had some of my best gaming memories when I was young was on the Sega console, and on a Sega console, and that's a lot of Sega console guys end up turning into Xbox guys that I've seen that I've
Yeah.
noticed, and that's me.
Killer Kel in the chat, he says PS1 for me, had about 100 games for it. Siberia says the Atari 2600 was one that he kind of remembers first. Yeah, you always remember your first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
For
always
me,
remember
Master
Atari.
System. But you know what? Before Sonic sort of made Sega really a household name, at least from a console standpoint, for me, Jago, I'm going to say it was Revenge of Shinobi on the Genesis. That game was just
Yeah.
amazing at the time. I always identified Shinobi with Sega. Long before Ninja Gaiden was big, it was always Shinobi for
Did
me.
you ever play the original Shinobi on the Sega Master System? I had that too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the original, we just kind of walk left and right and through those little slow stars. Yeah.
Yep.
I like those
Yep,
scenes
yep.
in between the levels, the ones in between the levels where you could see your hands, like the first person part, and you throw the ninja stars at the dudes. Those were cool.
Yep.
All right,
I
so
remember, God, man, nostalgia. Not nostalgia is a hell of a drug. You just made me remember that.
yeah, no,
Damn.
Jago. Speaking of Sega, like, don't you really miss, like, I know in a way, like the arcades? I remember going to the arcades and dumping coins on the old Sega machines, like Afterburner and Hang On
Afterburner?
and all this. Don't you miss that?
Yep.
I mean,
yes, I do. I
new
do.
new
There was
consoles have
that's,
replaced that, but.
that's a time and era that we'll never get back again, bro. It's gone.
We got Phantom Wolf in the chat. He says you're looking for some guys to hang with. Titanfall 2 mind a third next game. Yeah, man, you're welcome to join us, Phantom Wolf. Just add me and send a message. We're always open to new players. We're just having a good time. We're not even going to play that well probably tonight because we're chatting and concentrating on a lot of other shit. But if we're like actually mining stuff, yeah, it'd be different. So, but thanks for coming by. Siberia, you said you're botting a little bit. Is Jago any better right now, guys? How's the audio?
Am I good? Hello.
I had
Testing,
botting
1, 2, 3.
quite a bit the last few weeks too when I was hosting. I don't know why. Killer Kel, he had a Nintendo and his cool neighbor had Sega. Alright,
Yeah,
so
I always had Sega. Growing up,
just-
I had to go to my friend's house to play the original NES. Finally, my first Nintendo when it came out was the Super Nintendo.
okay, let's get into some of our first topics. Let's talk about this one, which is not a big topic, Jago, but it's well, actually, before we get into the serious stuff, let's keep it light and fluffy. Personally, well, what game are you really playing right, Bobby? I know what you're playing right now, but what sort of game has been really popular for you on the Xbox platform, or even on PlayStation for that matter? What games are you really enjoying right now?
Well, oh shit, I knew I was gonna die on that one. Well, of course, Titanfall. It has been since day one, since the OG Xbox launch. My namesake, Killer Instinct. I don't play as much as I used to, but I still love Killer Instinct to this day. PUBG with friends. I'm gonna be honest. Let's be honest. That game is garbage. It is a preview game. I ain't gonna say it's garbage, but compared to other finished shooters, it's garbage in my opinion. But it's fun, and I enjoy the hell out of it with friends.
Jago bringing on the fighting words for the PUBG lovers.
I'm just being honest, but it's fun with friends.
Yeah,
I will say that. And that's about the only time I play it. It's in 4-player co-op. Call of Duty, Zombie. My old lady actually wanted me to play Zombie tonight. She loves it. I'm like, man, that gets intense as shit. Let's see, PlayStation, VR with Jago, Supersonic Station on the Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Yeah.
VR Rec Room, Supersonic Station. That is a trip. I'm telling you, it's a trip.
If anybody in the chat has a PSVR or is thinking of getting one, get that Star Trek. What the hell is it called? Bridge Crew, because that is a hoot with three buddies, man. Yeah. That shit is awesome.
Yeah.
And if not, hey, and by the way, you can play Bridge Crew without the VR too. So even if VR is not your cup of tea, they just recently patched it to include the offline or the non-VR mode. So now you can play with everybody, and you can even play against guys on PC. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, it's compatible. It's what is it called that? Crossplay, yeah, with the Oculus Rift. Probably the Vive too. I don't know if the Vive got it, but another Rift does. Because Supersonic Stations, he's got the Rift.
Phantom Wolf says, "What's Bridge Crew like?" Dude, it is so much fun, especially like I said, you get 4 buddies because you all take a station on the Enterprise or the new Enterprise. It's called the Aegis, and you do these scenario missions basically that are really, really cool. And yeah, it's hard to describe, but yeah, go watch one of our videos. You can go back and check out some of Jago's stuff. He's got, oh damn, it just blew up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the best way to go check out some of our videos. It's such a hoot, and if you got the VR, it's even better because you feel like you're actually in the ship, and you can move your hands and stuff around with the control sticks and stuff. If you got the PlayStation
I'll
Move.
answer his question as easy as I can. If you're a Star Wars fan, you probably won't enjoy it. If you're a Star Trek fan, you'll love it. Because Star Wars fans, it's kind of like Xbox and PlayStation.
That's right. It's like ketchup and vinegar. You know, they're both equally loved by many people, but they're so different.
Yep. And I grew up on Star Trek. No, Stinky Corpse.
Stinky like Star Wars.
I like Star Wars too, don't get me wrong, but my dad was always a Star Trek fan. I grew up with the original, watching the reruns of the original from my dad, and that's how I got started into Star Trek. And from that time when I was little, I was always like just a huge Star Trek fan. Come on. Beam me up, motherfucker.
So just moving right along, yeah, I know you're always playing a lot of different games, and you play on the PlayStation and the Xbox. You're a pretty cool multi-plat kind of gamer, which is fantastic. Now, I asked you this question last week, and I don't know if you'll still remember your answer, but if you were stuck on a deserted island, could choose 3 games from any generation, what do you think they would be?
Oh God, I don't remember my answer from last week. I know one game that I would have right now would be Titanfall. I'm a big Titanfall fan. There's my old lady just suggested one for me. That's why I love the last half part of Gears of War 4. No spoilers, but you have to play it to see it. Beyond Two Souls was fantastic. I can't say I was stuck on a. That was one my old lady suggested. The Last of Us. I said The Last of Us because that game is just phenomenal. And yes, it's on PlayStation. And yes, I am a PlayStation fan as well. Xbox first though. Oh God, I need to go with an old school game. Killer Instinct. I gotta have Killer Instinct. I'm a fighting game. I gotta have a fighting game. Right. Killer Instinct, all the way. And don't get me wrong, I grew up with Street Fighter as well and Mortal Kombat, but Killer Instinct if I had to pick one.
Yeah. We got into chat. Stinking Corpse says he'd bring beer. Yeah, that would be essential. It's not exactly a video game, but I suppose you could play beer pong and be as good as you can get. We got Phantom Wolf. He says Skyrim, Space Engineers, and Titanfall 2. Some pretty decent choices there from Phantom Wolf. For me, guys, I don't know. That's a tough call. Personally, I'd probably bring. I'd have to bring something I could get plenty of hours out of. The Skyrim would definitely be a great game. I would also think I would bring one of my shooters. I'd have to bring one of the Gears of War games. I'm gonna have to say Gears of War 4 because I could play the. But mind you, if you don't have internet on an island, I want to make sure that the game has got lots of hours. You know, like I think I said Tetris last week because I think I could play Tetris for hours on end because it never really gets. You're always challenging yourself to get better. It's a simple game, but you don't need internet, and yeah. So I don't know. Like, that is a very tough question, especially going through the generations. But or a Halo, one of my Halo games, maybe, probably. So yeah, pretty good choices there, guys. Okay, let's get into some serious topics for the evening. Some rumors coming out, Jago. We touched on this earlier on the X-Power podcast that apparently Microsoft might be bringing out another Elite controller. Do you have an Elite controller? Like, what's your thoughts on the original controller, and do you think a new one is warranted, and would you pick it up?
Do not have an Elite controller. I couldn't see myself spending $150 for it because all the negative things I saw on Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube about it. I ain't trying to shout the guy out, but I watched Solid Rev. I don't agree with everything he says a lot of times, but he was one of the first ones I saw a video like on about the Elite controller, and it was like within like a month or two, one of his thumbsticks started giving him issues, and then he just did a more recent video about it's falling apart, and his was not the only one. So I'm glad I didn't buy it, but if they're bringing out a new one, that means the original Elite controller. But Predator said tonight and said that they had stopped production of the first Elite controller. I hope not. But if they haven't, the first Elite controller means it'll be cheaper, and I'll pick one up then. But if not, I'll pick up the old Duke controller, because it's nostalgia, and I had a problem playing with the Duke controller. Yeah. And it's got a screen on it now, so we can play Titanfall on the go on the controller like the Switch. Yay!
Well, you can play games and look at porno pics at the same time now. Visual stimulators. In the chat, Phantom Wolf says yes, that he thinks the controller is warranted. Killer Kel says he's never heard the best things about a $200 controller. Well, here in Canada, it's about $180. I think it's a fantastic controller, no doubt. And I think for those who play really competitive and want a really durable controller, sure. But I mean, it comes down to preference. Me, I can't warrant just paying that much. Honestly, I'd rather buy like a gaming wheel or fucking. Or I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'd just rather spend it on something that just makes more sense for me, because I think I'm quite fine with the current wireless ones.
Well, at the end of the day, that's almost 3 games. So I could never warrant putting that much into a controller. Even though, like I said in the podcast, I've been through probably 7 or 8 Xbox One controllers, and I never went through that many. Maybe 2 of the Xbox 3 when the Xbox 360 was relevant. So I don't know what they did with their thumbsticks and the difference in the manufacturing process, but. Yeah.
Yo, Phantom Wolf, you got to stop jumping on your controllers. He said, this is my 3rd Elite controller. Broke the bumpers on the first 2. All 3 grips need to be re-glued. And this one has a joystick issues fixed. So, yeah, like, if you're... Well, hopefully you reach out to Microsoft about it, because I know lots of guys in the community who had problems with their controller. And they basically reached out to Microsoft. And Microsoft more or less just sent them a brand new one. So maybe that's why they're bringing out another controller, because maybe they've had some durability complaints with the current model. And as I said, if you're going to pay anything over $150 for a controller, that needs to be the one thing you don't have to worry about, is having to fix it and replace it. It should be like last year, a good 5 years of solid use, and if you can't put that kind of warranty behind it, what's the point, right?
For the price of that controller better last me, and I know how, like I said, I've ran through these regular Xbox One controllers. For the price of that one, it better, and normally a regular Xbox One controller lasts me for about a year before when the thumbstick started giving me issues. And I don't think I'm that heavy-handed. I know I'm not. But for some reason, the Xbox One controller is just one of the thumbsticks wears out, and it'll start running for me or looking to the right or left for me. And for that price, almost triple the price. The Elite controller better last me 2 years without issue.
Jay Stinking Corpse, he's still rocking the Day 1 controller. Look at that guy. He handles his controller like he handles his women. Soft and delicate.
Yeah, see, that's one thing. See, my day one controller, it wore out. I think it was a right thumbstick, and that's to control your head with. Like, now I'm doing in multiplayer. It had this issue where it would look right by itself, and I actually had to physically push left on the thumbstick to stop it. And I was like, "What is going on?" That was my first one to quit on me.
Word of advice to people in the community, just tell them that hamburger grease does not make your controller last longer, okay? So wash your hands and keep the jizz crumbs at bay.
Yeah, please. Shit. All these drones.
Damn drones.
Go away.
Load the fucking gun.
Yeah, they're terrible. I got it. Colin's trying to tell me you got damage sustained. I got it. I know.
Siberia's still rocking.
I'm not
Thanks for the
100%.
follow, Killer Kel. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We're trying to keep it entertaining. We're trying to keep things moving along. Well, I think we've beaten that controller to death, or that topic to death, just like a controller. But that's fine. I think it's a cool idea. If they're coming up with a better controller, great. Maybe it'll means that people can pick up the original for a cheaper price. And if that's the case, hey, if I can score an Elite controller, a brand new one for like $100, I'd be tempted at $100, but $180 is a little bit crazy. So I'll leave it at that. Now, there's some rumors going around, a lot of game rumors coming out the last week or two about some speculated games showing up for Microsoft this year at the E3. There is some things going around about Coalition possibly building a franchise other than Gears of War. Do you think there's any truth to that, Jago? And if so, would you be excited for it, or do you think they should stick with what they know best?
Internet's being crazy right now. Hold on. What? Yeah, see that again, dude. You cut out in like the middle of it.
Okay, so Coalition. There's been rumors that, or at least there was a posting online that said that they were possibly working on a new IP, something other than Gears of War. Now, since that came out, that since has been pulled down. Microsoft says they are not working on anything. But what do you think? Do you think it would be a good idea for the Coalition to branch out, maybe make something new, or stick with what they do best?
No, the Coalition was founded and built for Gears of War. So leave the Coalition doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's my opinion. And like I said, everybody got one, but leave the Coalition doing what they're supposed to be doing. The Coalition was founded to make the next iterations of the Gears of War franchise. Leave them alone. I mean, I heard that rumor too. I mean, I think everybody heard that rumor. And then there was a lot of people in podcasts. Most people were like, I'm so excited for the Coalition to be doing another franchise. I wasn't. I want them to continue to. They did a fantastic job with Gears of War 4, other than the DBs, I'll say. They just need to, and that's the only part of the game that I really felt like had issues with. But, leave the Coalition to do what they do best, and that is Gears and what it was founded for. So I'm glad they got debunked, and glad Microsoft shut it down.
Okay.
Hard to make people salty. I am part of the Salty's podcast.
From my perspective, here's the way I look at it. Yes, I want Coalition to stick to Gears, especially their most talented guys like Rod Ferguson. But if their studio is big enough, say they add a second part to that studio, they add an extra 100 people or something, then sure, I'd be all for them maybe tackling a secondary project. But now I think as well, based on what I saw, it looks like there's another studio involved in making the game, and possibly Coalition is just helping them out. I mean, they just said that the Coalition apparently just recently was sent down to the the PUBG developer to help them with some of their servers and their matchmaking stuff. Bluehole. So yeah, so Bluehole. Lunch Bizzle's in the chat.
Do you want the Coalition?
It's hard to go back to the regular controller.
All right, team, we're firing up the harvester again.
I got a more serious question for you. Do you want the Coalition to run into the drama that the Mass Effect Andromeda team ran into with that game? Everybody said the B team worked on Mass Effect Andromeda. That's why I say no.
Yeah, no, I think Coalition needs to stick to what they do best, and that's Gears, but maybe take a few risks in the new game, And definitely, like you said, get rid of the DBs. I don't think most people like the DBs.
No, I didn't either. That made that game slow as shit to start with.
Phantom Wolf, we got to wait. I think we got a full 4 guys on this thing we're doing right now. Actually, no, there's just the 2 of us right now.
There's just 2 of us, yeah.
Can we still invite someone halfway through?
We can go back. I mean, neither one of us are concentrating like, super crazy. I mean, we can like go back and pick him up if he wants to play.
Well, he's not on my friends list, so I can't send him an invite without going through the menus and stuff. This isn't like we're just doing a regular match. We're podcasting here at the same time, so.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you in on the next match when we go back to a lobby. So, so anyway, I don't know what's coming down the pipe, but, I suspect the next Gears of War game is probably 2019 would be my best estimate. They seem like they're still bringing out a steady stream of content for the current game, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. God, I'm getting shot from airways. Stupid.
Are you a big Gears fan, though? I don't remember if I asked you that or not.
Me?
Yeah.
The guy with the Gears of War tattoo? Yes, of course.
Ah, damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I got a probably a 12-inch long by probably 6-inch wide Gears of War tattoo on my left leg.
Oh wow.
I've had it for about 5 years now. Yeah, me and Steve, of course, were rocking some Gears of War 3 Horde mode, which is the best Horde mode on any Gears mode, in my opinion. We were rocking that, just me and him, Saturday. Yeah, I love Gears, dude. That was what really got me into like really playing with people online. The Horde mode from Gears 3. I played Gears 2 with people, but Gears 3 just solidified it for me. I was like, oh my god, Gears 3 and multiplayer with people was so fun.
Jago, I was tempted to get a tattoo of a ticker right above my pubic line area, and I figured I would put the saying down there, "Blow me."
Oh god, stop it. Shit.
Killer Kill says he thought the December Gears Up With You was the last. It could be Killer Kill. I'm not 100% sure. It might be. I mean, at some point they got to kind of put that game to bed and really concentrate on the current project. So I don't think they need to add any more. They got a ton of maps for it now. It's been a phenomenal title, no doubt about it. Spider-Man's still with us. Stinking Corpse still here. Phantom is still here. That's good, guys.
Appreciate y'all hanging with us, man.
Yeah, indeed, guys. How about this one? We were talking about Sega earlier, Jago. Retrobit, who is known for making some pretty kick-ass retro consoles. Apparently, they're going to be bringing back licensed Sega consoles in terms of the Genesis, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast. And I said licensed because I know At Games has made that Sega Genesis Retro.
That game shit is terrible.
Yeah, the emulation is really bad. So what do you think of that, being a Sega fan? You must be pretty excited about that news.
I am. It's funny you brought that up. I didn't see the, you direct tweeted me that, but honestly, I saw that article probably about a month and a half ago. And, dude, I was like, the Dreamcast, the Saturn, and which one other one was it?
Dreamcast, Saturn, and Genesis.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, an actual licensed, retro consoles from Sega? Fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? I just told you earlier before we started streaming that I had a Dreamcast, bought it on day one when I was in the military, and I do not remember what I did with it to this day. I don't know if I gave it away, I sold it, I cannot remember, and that pisses me off, man. Because that's one console I would have kept.
Yeah, like Stinking Corpse says, they're releasing the Sega controllers capable of USB and Bluetooth. And that's right, Stinking, that's exactly what they do. And the consoles, as far as I can tell, I do believe they're going to have HDMI output. So you'll be able to enjoy your games at a much higher resolution. So I think it's a cool thing. I mean, obviously there's money to be made. Nintendo kind of sort of paved the way for this retro craze that's going on. You might as well jump in now while the market is hot. I mean, most people buy the shit and never play it. I mean, chances are, if I bought one, I probably wouldn't play it that much. But it'd be really cool to have it, have an HDMI version, hook it up to your new TV, and like Killer Kel says, he loves sharing retro games with his kids, and that's a perfect thing for the kids because you show them the history of gaming. You let them know where the heritage comes from, because a lot of people, there's kids out there now that don't even know Sega, and I think that's a crying freaking shame. Because
it is a shame.
They pushed Nintendo, Nintendo pushed them, and we're pretty happy to have both of those amazing consoles.
What about the commercial where Sega said Sega does what Nintendo don't?
Oh,
You remember that one?
It was amazing. That was their ads. Sega had the best ads.
Yes, that was the first salty commercial I ever saw in my life. Trying to make Nintendo salty. It was so good.
And then there was those commercials that used to end with this Sega. The guys shout all the time. Yeah, the big Sega.
Yeah,
that was so good, man.
Yeah, they had some. At the time, they had very edgy marketing. That's what made Sega so badass, in my opinion, dude.
Killer Kill says easier for them to learn with less buttons. Yeah, well, you don't want to bring Cletus in here to talk about buttons. He had an epic rant earlier tonight.
No, Cletus went off on the old buttons thing.
Well, this, my buddy Cletus, this is what'd you say, Cletus?
Well, hey, fiddly diddly, Cletus here, and just let me tell you that, controllers, they needs to have less buttons because it's just like a woman's pants. If they got more than one button up the front, it ain't worth taking them off for. You gotta have that shit simple. If you can't get it done with one hand, then it's too many buttons. And I don't like them games that takes all the buttons. I don't want a degree in astrophysics to use a fucking controller. I just wants to have a good time. One or two buttons, left or right, that's all I need to do. Anyway, I'm going to go drink some beers and let you fuckers get back to your podcast. Oh, man, Cletus.
Damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, some of the games now, like you need like a 3-hour tutorial to figure out how you got to use all the damn buttons. Like,
you know, one of my favorite games was on what was it, Dreamcast or Saturn? Was Shenmue.
Killer Kill Trigger, no button flies for Cletus. No, he likes those. What do you call them? Those yoga pants. They just slip on and slip off.
Yep. I mean, did you ever play Shenmue?
Shenmue was cool. Yeah, it was a good game for its time.
Yeah. I mean, I actually enjoyed that. I was sad when, we didn't get like a follow-up to, what was it, Shenmue 2? To like finally end the, or was it? Did it stop at Shenmue 1? I can't remember now. Either way, I had a really good time with Shenmue. And like I said, man, all the Sega games.
Yeah, well, Shenmue 1 came out on the Dreamcast in North America. The second one did come out on the Dreamcast, but I think it was in Europe and Asia only, so you had to import the game. But it did work on the regular Genesis. I think it was open territory discs. I think they, so you had to import
had to
it.
be,
A lot of people did.
Because I played it.
And then it came out on the Xbox, and it was like a better looking version on the original Xbox with like one of the launch titles, I think.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, speaking of Shenmue, we've heard nothing on that yet. What do you think is going on with that game? And as far as I know, I think it's Deep Silver that's publishing the new game. And I'm hearing rumors that Sega is going to bring out a remaster of 1 and 2. Would you be interested in it or no?
Oh hell yeah! I would love to play that game again with the updated hardware and actually maybe be able to finish the story that it got me hooked back then. Because I don't know if you know this. I think I've told you before. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. That's why I connected with the martial art characters in Street Fighter and Jago and Killer Instinct. I'm a big martial arts fan. I mean, God, I want to see. Yeah, I would love to see the finish, it's the final ending part of the story when it comes to Shenmue, dude. I'm a big martial arts fan.
I love martial arts. Bruce Lee was amazing. I used to love the old 80s ninja movies. You know, those ones with Sho Kazuki?
Yeah.
Pray for Death, Enter the Ninja.
Terrible dubbing.
Yeah. Sega Corp says Sega needs to re-release Panzer Dragoon. You know, that game did have a big following, too. Isn't there a Dreamcast version of that game? I can't remember.
There's an Xbox version of the game when it first came out, the Xbox One, called Crimson Dragoon, but I couldn't get into that game for some reason.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that one either, Crimson Dragon. But yeah, no, Panzer was good at the time. It kind of felt like Space Harrier, but you're riding on a giant dragon instead, you know?
Yep.
That was definitely a cool game. It was a really cool game too for the Saturn. Like, it was a cool showcase title because of the way the graphics looked in that game.
Yeah, it was. That was a game changer because it launched with the Saturn. Panzer Dragoon is one of the launch titles.
Spider-Man says they should make a ninja game, and I agree with him 100%. They should make a ninja game, and I tell you, the best ninja game that I could think of would be if the next Assassin's Creed game should actually be ninjas, and I don't care if it's feudal Japan or if it's actually set in the 80s where you're actually in a modern day setting with a ninja and you got assassinate people. Wouldn't that be cool? Like you're using grappling hooks to go up buildings and you know what I mean? And you could ride on top of cars kind of like Spider-Man does in some of his games, you know what I mean? And actually throw ninja stars and use blow darts to like tag people. That would be your silent weapon, the blow darts.
What's the
you know?
What's the one that's back in pat now?
Ninja
not
Gaiden Black.
The other Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Black.
Yeah.
Give me a new Nintendo, dude. The Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox was fantastic. Give me a new version of Ninja Gaiden Black, or I'm not Ninja Gaiden Black, just Ninja Gaiden period.
Yeah,
Man,
totally.
I mean,
we need a new Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
no question. Hang on, let's
Ninja Gaiden on the OG.
We'll see if we can pick up
go
the
ahead,
other
man.
guy here, Phantom Wolf. Sorry, we'll see if we can pick up Phantom Wolf. Phantom, did you send me a friend request? Because that would be the easiest way, man. Add me so that way I'll add you back in a minute if you're listening to me here, because I don't see it in my notifications. So
Trust me, guys, we're not playing as good as we normally do.
No, we'd be rocking this.
I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
I can't talk and think about topics and then concentrate on the game at the same time.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
I can't either.
Yeah, it's not coming up on my notifications for some reason for like friends. Hang on, I'll try to add you here on the fly here. What the hell is Phantom Wolf? And is that how your gamer tag is? Phantom_Wolf? All right, let's see here. Phantom Wolf. Let's see.
I'll be right back, Newf, while you're doing
Yeah.
that.
Take a break. I'll get him in there if he wants to play. I won't be sending you a party invite, Phantom Wolf, though, because we're doing, like I said, a one-on-one podcast chat. So I will send you an invite to the game and you can play along. Just give us a moment there, guys. People in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciated. What's the create of your gamer tag back in the day? Because people that have gamer tags with like 500 numbers on the next of them usually seem like they're older ones. Unable to find a match. What did I do? Did I put it in wrong? PHANTO. Oh, it's 0, isn't it? Okay, no problem, man. I put it in wrong because I put it in under that 0. Okay, let me try that again. A little pause, a little break in the show piece brought to you by Titanfall 2. Yeah, I'm trying to add him here, but I put in an O.
Well, something you asked me last week, Newf, that a lot of people don't know about me is I was in the military, in the Army for about 3 years, way back in the day now. I have a 17, because you asked me about this last week. I have a daughter that I've never seen. Turned 17 in December 14th. I paid child support up until about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And like I said, I've never seen her. I live with a fantastic woman. We argue, yes, sometimes. And she's got 3 kids of her own. The only one she really talks to now is her oldest daughter, Jessica. Something I said last week, too. Could you ask me about it? And I was in El Paso. I call it El Piso, Texas, because it's the armpit of the world. Home of the Buffalo Soldier. That is Bliss.
Sunward Bulb, thanks for stopping by the chat. Invite, I'm trying. I can't even get Phantom in here. For some reason, it won't bring up his gamer tag. So, I don't know. I'm putting it in exactly as it's in the chat here, which should be his gamer tag, and it is not working. So, I don't know what the hell is going on. It'd be easier for you to just send me a... Okay, well, I don't know what's going on here. My notifications aren't showing up.
Just send Nukem a
send me a message, and that way I can reply to you. Yeah, send me like ho, go screw myself, whatever. Just send me a message, and I can go to the profile. It's better because my notifications aren't showing. Maybe because I'm streaming.
Yeah, just send Newf a message.
Yeah, bastard is all fucking lowercase. That's why. Now it makes sense.
Oh, you hate that?
There we go. We have Sunbird Bulb. Okay, see now he sent me a message. I can actually find him, add him, and bring him in here. What's that? Okay, see? All right, that was easier because now it just shows up. So I just go to profile. Guys are like, "What are you doing?" Okay, see, there you go. All right. All right, Stephen.
We're not going to be playing the best.
Added. Sunward Bulb, I will invite you to game. Yeah, don't mind us.
We're not going to be kicking ass and taking names right now.
And Phantom Wolf. All right, I'll try that again. Now that he has it lowercase, I might be able to get him here. Is there any underscores in that? Let me know, Jago, if he says it in the chat. He had an underscore, but it might not be. I think it's just probably a space. Usually people don't use underscores on Xbox. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's Titanfall 2. There you go. All right. Got you added. And also send you an invite.
You guys...
There you go.
You guys can add me too. Just look up Jago Kuken.
Go, guys, get to the chopper.
For anybody who pronounces this incorrectly, it's Jago. Jago. The last part of my name is Jago's Fireball in Killer Instinct. He goes Endo-Kuken. Endo-Kuken. So it's pronounced Jago Kuken.
Right.
It's not hard. Just look up Jago Kuken on Xbox. Add me if you want. Get to the chopper.
I got so many people online right now. It takes me like 2 minutes to get down to my invites. Okay. Okay, guys, the invites are sent. You should be jumping right into the party here. I won't send you a party invite because again, me and Jago are doing a one-on-one, so your audio is not going to be. It's not going to be in here. Okay, we got the boys in. Here you go. We got a full squad, no randoms. That's cool.
Let's go.
All right, and let's find us a match, and we'll keep this conversation going, guys. We have 15 minutes away from kind of wrapping things up. Jago, oh, you're in the chat. What the fuck? I look up and say Jago Kuken, and I'm like, but you here though?
I started to add something to it, man. I wasn't paying attention to my phone.
Jago, how about Forza Horizon 3 finally got an Xbox One X enhanced patch? What do you think of Forza Horizon? Do you have it? What do you think of the game? And what do you think of the fact that it has it has a new patch now in full 4K apparently?
Well, I said this earlier. My last Forza Horizon 3, and I'm a bigger Forza Horizon 3 person than I am a Forza Motorsports guy. Because I mean, it's more fun. You're not restricted to tracks, and boundaries and all this. I don't have it. The last one I bought was Forza Horizon 2, and I got the Fast and Furious DLC, which I thought was fantastic.
Wasn't that great?
But yeah, it was. But I never bought Forza Horizon 3 because at the time I had this. I'm not True Racer. I had to split my money between, games I wanted, and I just couldn't afford. I'm not made out of money. I wish I had a money tree in the backyard, but I'm not made out of money. But I don't have it. I would love to be able to check out Forza Horizon 3. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. My gamer tag.
I heard True Racer can't even go down to the corner store without taking a small bike with training wheels. I mean, I don't know. He's got to have
Dude,
wheels
you
on
almost make me
everything.
spit out my beer. Stop it. Oh my God! I almost felt beer go up my nose. Oh my God! Stop.
True Racer whips down his pants and whips out his spark plug. The guy loves his racing games. We love True Racer. He's an awesome dude. Shout out to
I love True Racer.
Yeah, he likes his racing games. You got to get at least one racing game in every podcast. It's hilarious. I haven't tried the patch yet, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's good. It looks good, but I haven't tried it yet. But it is an amazing game, Jago. I hope at some point somebody maybe fucking gifts you that game or something because you'll love it, man. It's so good.
I would love it, man. I can't. I know, man. I've told you about how right now my work situation is terrible, man. I mean, this time of the year, and then I couldn't even afford to buy groceries this past weekend. I'll just be honest with you, dude. It's bad. And my girl works her ass off, so, there's bills to pay, dogs to feed, and just light bills and everything. So it's pretty bad right now, dude. I'm just trying to stay positive. I always try to.
Lots of cloak drones in your area. Man, I hate those things.
You and her, and she means the world to me, and she does a lot for me. And her, and then you guys, just being friends, all the friends I've met on here, man, just make it way better. Way better gaming experience than I've ever had in all these years of playing multiplayer games. I'll just say that.
Absolutely.
All the support I've got.
Well, as Cletus has said, what's that, Cletus?
Well, as long as you got money for condoms and beer, because you gotta have beer. It's an essential element, and you gotta have money for condoms. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you could spend $1,000 on condoms, and you could have nookie every second day of the week. But let me tell you, if you ain't using condoms, or unless you got a vasectomy, that means you're gonna have a little prick, and that little prick's gonna cost you thousands of dollars in the long haul. That's what's gonna happen. So Cletus says, drink beer and use condoms, and you'll have a happier life.
Stop. Oh God.
Awesome, dude.
God.
So, like, what kind of racing games do you like best? Like, I mean, a lot of people like racing games, but some people have a preference for like the arcadey ones or the Forza series. Or, like, what kind of ones do you like? And maybe what was one of your favorite racers ever?
We can win this thing.
The first one that comes to mind, I have to say, this got blown up by a fucking tick, you bastard. Was one of the very first racing games I actually got into, believe it or not, was Gran Turismo. And I thought that game, that franchise was fantastic. When it was fantastic. Right now, no, not so much. The next one that comes to mind was Project Gotham Racing on the original Xbox. And then the Burnout series, where all the crashes and oh man, that's so good. And like I said, I'm not a big racing guy, but Burnout, GT Sport, or not GT Sport, but GT and Project Gotham Racing are some of the ones I remember the most. Had a good time with them.
Oh, Pre-GR was amazing. The Dreamcast, man, those games on the Dreamcast were dynamite. Spider-Man says he likes the F1 games. You know what? I haven't had an F1 game since, I don't even remember. I know back in the Genesis days, I used to like Art and Senna's Super Monaco GP. I used to think that game was a beast. But I haven't had one in a long time. Those, man, you imagine an F1 game in VR, like how trippy that would be? Because those games, like, they're like super fast compared to other racers.
Yeah, the F1 supercars with your head exposed, in VR. Yeah, oh my God, that would be crazy. I could imagine. Ain't there F1 cars in Drive Club? Because I got the demo for that. I don't even have Drive Club, but I got the demo for that. Ain't
there are some F1 cars in Forza 7. Yeah, there's some in Forza 7. They do have them, but it's not a dedicated like F1 experience, right? But Codemasters, I think, makes the F1 games, and Codemasters is one of the best racing developers outside of obviously Turn 10, right?
Yep.
The shield is taking some hits. Give it some cover.
Gran Turismo or Killer Kelly loved the first Gran Turismo. Back in those days, like, there was nothing else like Gran Turismo when it first came out. That was the thing.
No,
there was very little competition, and they really set the bar so high in the early days.
They did.
I mean? And then it's like now it's almost like they've gotten lazy and complacent. They have way less cars. They have less modes. They don't even have an offline story mode. I mean, they could add it, but they definitely dropped the ball.
Forza Motorsports 5 had more content than on launch day than GT Sport did. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
No,
and GT, let's be honest, Forza Motorsports 5 was lackluster in content.
Yeah, even that one.
What?
Yeah, they just wanted to make sure the first Forza 5 on Xbox ran well. I guess that was a lot of it. Was just moving over the tech. Yeah. But I mean, it was still detailed. Yeah. It looked fantastic. I mean, it's still a great looking game. It's a couple of years old, right?
Yep, it did. I had that game on launch day and I sold it, but when it was free on Games with Gold, I actually downloaded it again because I had a good time with it.
You guys know one of the best racers that I think of last generation that they never to bring back in a big way is Burnout Revenge. Burnout Revenge was such a good game. It was so fast and it was super
Oh,
fun,
yeah.
man.
Burnout Revenge. Yep.
That was one of the few racing games that I actually really enjoyed playing the multiplayer in because it was just unpredictable. It was so crazy, you know. You spent way too much time playing that one, Killer Kill says. So yeah, so that's a good thing. The new patch is out, guys, for Forza Horizon 3. If you guys have it, make sure that you pick it up and download it because Forza Horizon 3 is amazing. And I'd like to get back into it. I haven't played it for a couple of months now.
I would too. That's sad. When did that game come out? What, last year?
Yeah, last fall. Was it September, October for that one for Horizon?
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of the highest rated games on the Xbox, which is rare because a lot of Xbox games get
That's why I
slammed.
said I'm not a big racing game guy, but I wanted to pick it up, just couldn't afford it at the time.
Real quick question here. Monster Hunter comes out here on the 18th. People that have a PlayStation 4 can get into the open beta. Have you ever played a Monster Hunter game? Are you excited, or is it a pass for you, sir?
I have never played a Monster Hunter game. Don't even know where they originated from. I've actually looked some stuff up on that since I think the first podcast talked when it was the saltiest podcast we talked about it. It actually looks pretty cool. I might would try it, but like I said, right now in this climate, this working environment that I'm in right now, I'm not gonna be able to pick it up. I would, man, just to try it, but I can't right now. I mean, it looks pretty cool though. I've never played one, honestly.
I've never played one either. I know they were big on the 3DS. I'm actually looking forward to this because it looks really good. Guys in the chat, I'm just curious. Are you guys, everybody in the chat, I know some of you guys are multi-platform owners. You have the Xbox and the PlayStation, like me and Jago. So I just want to know, Monster Hunter, games like that. Yeah, obviously you know the Xbox One X is going to have the definitive version. At least it's going to have better, resolution and stuff. So which platform will you be buying it on? Will you buy it for PS4 regardless, or will you be picking up on Xbox, or maybe even both? Love to hear from you guys in the chat. Which console you plan to get Monster Hunter for?
Heads up, you got Newf Titans incoming soon. Get ready to take him out. Harvester shields are dropping. Focus up, team. Take out whatever.
Stinking Corp says Xbox for him. Xbox for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's 2 for Xbox.
I was gonna say, I would pick it up on the Xbox, of course. The X, no shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, if I didn't,
Don't get me wrong.
if I didn't have the X and I had no intentions of getting the X, I'd probably just get it on PlayStation. But I think I'm going to get it on the X. Killer Kelly says neither. I guess he's not a big fan, and that's cool. I've never played it before, but it is an open beta coming out, guys, on the 18th. So anybody that's interested and has a PlayStation could jump in for free, test it out, see if they like it or not. So that's okay.
I downloaded the Dragon Ball Z beta, but I haven't had a chance to play that either.
Yeah, people are playing that one. I don't care for Dragon. It's a fighting game, so I'm just like, eh.
I mean, I'm not a huge Dragon Ball Z fan either. I remember watching a little bit of the cartoon when I was younger, the original Dragon Ball Z cartoon, but I mean, I'll try it. I mean, if I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't buy it. I mean, but I'm willing to try a free beta.
Killer Kell, he says it looks cool, but he is looking forward to it, and that's fair enough, Killer Kell. I'm super excited for God of War this year. How about you, Jago?
Yes.
What's maybe the #1 game that's on your list right now?
Well, I'm a big God of War fan as well, so I'm looking forward to that. As long as I can afford to pick it up. God of War, believe it or not, Detroit Become Human, because it kind of reminds me of Heavy Rain. You ever play Heavy Rain?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that.
Great segue, by the way.
Spider-Man. Xbox right now, I don't know. Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna say I'm not big on Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna be honest. Days Gone and State of Decay 2, and this is gonna sound weird coming from an Xbox guy. Just from a visual standpoint, Days Gone looks way better than State of Decay in my opinion. And that would probably be the one that, because I'm a Walking Dead fan, so that would probably be the one that I would pick up first than State of Decay, but just because of the realism factor of it.
Yeah, I think part of that though is the fact that State of Decay is more of an open world game that also is running co-op, so the graphics are not quite as they're not rendered as well. Although State of Decay looks #2, I think looks about 40% better than the first game. So
Oh,
it
it
does look
does.
a
And
lot
I
better.
played, I
It's got
played the
co-op,
first one
so.
a little bit. I played the first one, but the first one to me, man, and good God, it was shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Kill la
It
Kill
was
has
shit,
this
so,
right.
yeah.
The State of Decay has more depth, and I'll agree. I think State of Decay will be something you could play for a lot longer. Where I think
Yeah.
Days Gone is going to be a fun romp, but I think it's going to end up like Uncharted. You're going to play it, you're going to
Yep.
enjoy your 10 or
Yep.
15 hours, and then you're done with it, and then it just sits and collects dust
Well,
again.
I'm a big single-player, story-driven narrative guy. I mean, that's where I started. That's where we all started. If you're our age, you know what I'm saying? I love a good single-player, story-driven game. And if it has multiplayer tacked onto it and done well, even better.
Yeah, they're both going to be good games. I think they'll both sell pretty well, probably for different reasons. But yeah, great games. Days Gone looks really good. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. Whether it comes out this year or not, that is a good question because we got no dates yet, like Spider-Man said in the chat.
No.
God of War,
No
I'm
dates.
totally interested. I'm not even worried about the perspective. I think it's still going to be a fantastic game. It might even be better than the old games, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And apparently, there was a retailer leak that leads to the end of June for God of War, but I don't know. It was speculated to come
That's
out
a
in
leak.
March, and now it says maybe June. But that could be bullshit because apparently the date they had picked was like a Saturday, and PlayStation games don't come out on Saturday. So who the hell
No
knows?
games or DVDs come out on Saturday. They're either Tuesdays or Thursdays. We know this
Yeah,
already.
for Nintendo's the one oddball. They usually do a lot of the release on Sunday for some weird reason.
Well, that's weird. Okay, well, never mind. Except for Nintendo.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah. Tuesdays and Thursdays are generally or Friday, but yeah, Nintendo does their shit really weird. They've been always doing theirs on Sunday. Sinking Corpses, you love me some God of War. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a cool game. I'm not
Yeah,
sure with
me
the kid,
too.
but I think the kid's gonna be like, I think he's just gonna add to the story. Hopefully, he's just not too annoying, right? So.
Well, I just heard that you can drop your kid off at daycare at the beginning of God of War if you don't want to.
Who's the babysitter? Aloy?
Yeah, Aloy. Yep. and the old lady that's missing her cane.
Yo, Aloy, you got
any breast
milk?
Shit.
Daddy wants some boo. I'm God of War.
Oh God. Oh,
Yeah, he
wow.
becomes a pimp, but we call him God of Whores.
God of War.
Oh man, you brought up a good segue. Earlier you mentioned something about Quantic Dream and was it those games that are like QuickTime? I think you said Beyond Souls or whatever the hell it was.
Beyond Two
So-
Souls. That was a great game, dude. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Had
So-
Willem Dafoe in it and the girl from
Ellen Page.
X-Men. Ellen Page. Yep.
So that's a great segue, Jago. I'm glad you brought it up because I'm just curious. I mean, there's been some speculation now or stories going around in the media that apparently some of the former staff of Quantic Dream who make those games are accusing one of the lead developers or the creative director of that franchise or that studio of some sexually harassing allegations as well as, I guess, a work environment that's anything less than satisfactory. I guess he's like a slave driver. So we're not going to get into a whole lot of detail, but what do you think that might mean now for Beyond Two Souls and the reputation of Sony? Apparently Sony's already put an embargo or something out against one of the media outlets that kind of broke the story, so or blacklisted them. What do you think, Jago?
Oh man. Don't even get me started, bro. Anything like this in today's climate, I'm old school, dude. I turned 41 in August 24th, and my birthday. I've been around and I've seen the internet become a thing, and I see how the internet is a good thing for us people that are good people, and I see how the internet is garbage, you know, for these dumbass people that want to swap people and just be garbage to other human beings for no reason. I really hate that bullshit. And bitch on your social media for no fucking reason about plastic bots you're a fan of. But it's not going to be good, dude, because this shit, it spreads like wildfire. And negative people like to spread negative bullshit. I mean, yeah, it's negative, but I mean, man, it's not going to be good, bro. It's not going to be good for Sony. It's not going to be good for that developer. I hope it's not true. I'll put it that way. because
Yeah.
there's nothing good's gonna come of that. If he did it, that's his bad. He's a dumbass. But I hope it comes out and he's not guilty of that.
The problem is in this day and age, Jago, like is that sometimes perception and speculation is actually worse than the actual truth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I hope that he's done nothing wrong, certainly from the sexual allegations, because that would be really bad. You can repair the other things a little easier, the other ones you can't. So I certainly hope that it's not true, but it is bad news regardless. It could technically impede some of the sales, or it might even mean like actors and actresses and people that do mocap and stuff like that don't want to work with that company at some point in time. So
exactly.
Let's hope it's not true. I don't know. Like
Good point,
speculations, but there is a lot of negatives regardless if it's true or if it's false. If it's true, it's going to be really bad and it could shut the studio down. And if it's not true, well, like I said, it still may have negative connotations. People may pass on the game. People may not want to work for the studio. Yeah, it's not a good situation. And the problem is we're in a day and age now where there's so many people that like get disgruntled, right? Like you get fired at your job at fucking McDonald's, and then it's like, oh, I got fired. I don't like that. So you know what? I'm gonna say the manager, he touched my bum. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Guilty until proven. There's people out there that do that. Like some of these Hollywood directors, like that are being in the news too. Like I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take their side. They might be guilty, but I'm finding it hard that 20 years later now people are coming out of the woodwork to say that they're scum of the earth. But yet, hey, how come they weren't scum of the earth 20 years ago? Like I'm sorry, I know. We didn't want to say nothing because it could ruin our career. But you know what? Now you're waiting 20 years later to ruin his career. He might not even done anything serious. Fuck, this day and age, you can't even say something like, oh, you look sexy in that dress. That could be constituted as fucking sexual harassment, fucking horseshit.
That's what I'm saying with the social media thing, man. It's good to people that are good, but it's bad to it helps the dumbasses that want to be negative on the internet at the same time. Social media is a double-edged sword, man. That's why I'm not on social media as much as some people, because it gets on my nerves, man.
Well, like Phantom Wolf says, whether they did it or not, just accusing them basically ruins them. And he's right. The accusation is sometimes does more damage than actually being proven that you did it. Like you could be innocent, but people will never look at you the same again. It's like that guy's a scumbag.
He's right. In today's day and age, if you get accused of that, it spreads like wildfire on social media, and your reputation's you're already ruined.
Look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson never got proven that he did anything either, but look at all the allegations. They almost screwed his career, right?
Exactly.
But they never had any hard proof. Other than the closest they had to proof was saying that he paid off some family or something to keep it quiet. And that could be a whole lot of horse shit too. So, you know what I mean? It just, like I said, the allegations sometimes and just being there is worse than the fucking facts. But anyway, we're going to end that at that because, like I said, that's another conversation for another day. Crazy shit. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I think that's the end of our topics. Unless there's anything you want to add, Jago, anything that's big in the news that we didn't talk about tonight, go ahead. Floor, George.
Shoot. I think we covered everything. I mean, I was going to say the Sega retro bit consoles, but oh, good lord. No, I mean, I honestly can't think of anything, brother. I think we covered everything that I want to talk about.
Well, to you guys that came out and checked out the stream live, we want to thank you for the people that checked this out on the replay. And yes, it looks like we will have a replay this time on the VOD. I want to thank everybody there as well. Jago, let people know how they can find you, where they can find your links, how they can add you an Xbox or PlayStation, all that good stuff. We want to make sure that the community knows who you are and that they can get out there and support your content as well, man. You've come a long way in the community in just a couple of months. You're one of my best friends in this community now. I think the world of you. I do too.
I think a lot of you too, brother.
So, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for inviting me twice in a row.
You're that good. You had to do it twice.
Thank you, sir. It's easy, man. I'm on Xbox. I'm on Twitter. I got a little tiny YouTube channel. Just look up Jago. On YouTube, it's Jago __ Kuken, and then on Twitter and Xbox, it's just Jago Kuken. And you'll see the half Jago, half Shadow Jago avatar, and you know that's me.
Absolutely. And anybody that's in the chat or anybody who ever wants to be part of this mixer stream, maybe you're looking to starting up your own YouTube channel. And yeah, same with you, Stinking Corpse. We think the world of YouTube, brother. You're awesome. Same with you, Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's my brother.
Big supporter in the community, big supporter of my content.
The two biggest guys the three biggest guys that I feel the most support from is you, of course, Newf. Stinking Corpse is my brother. I feel like you two are my brothers.
Yeah.
And then the one that I feel the most for, like he's like a brother, adopted brother, but funny as shit. It's Supersonic Station, man. If you don't follow Supersonic Station, he's funny as shit.
He's a great guy. He means well. He's just a fun, easygoing guy. Supersonic Station. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to a lot of great people in our community. Big shout out to my console corner family who called it quits this past week, guys. I want to shout out to She-Wolf, GKB, Lady Fox, Fire, Magic Mike, Windy City, who was there for a while, Brutal Knight. All you guys, you gave me a lot of great memories. You gave me my beginning. So big shout out to guys on the console corner. Make sure you follow.
Let me shout out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna shout out Mr. Boomstick XL too. He's a great guy too. I love the Coffee Casuals and Console podcast, and he actually did a spotlight on me today on this channel.
Sweet.
I was honored, man. He asked me last Friday to give him a little bio on me, and I was like, really? Me? He's like, yeah. So yeah, he did an extra spotlight on me. Mr. Boomstick XL, he's a great guy. Coffee Casual Consoles, they're great people.
Oh snap! That smell. Xbot 448. Good people, guys. They're fun guys.
Supersonic Station, Mr. Boomstick. Am I missing anybody? I'm having a brain fart right now. If I am, I'm sorry. I forgot.
We are all family, man. Add Spider-Man, add Stinking Corpse. These guys up in the chat, guys, are always following the content. They're tweeting out streams. It's important to show them love. Whether they want to be streamers or YouTubers, that's irrelevant. Because some of us, we just like to watch games. We just like to play games. Not everybody wants to be a big mouth like Newf Nukem and get in front of the camera and that shit. But I'm used to it. I used to be a radio DJ, so this shit comes second nature for me. Again, thanks, Jago, for everything. It was awesome. This was a great show once again. And we're going to catch up with you soon. We're going to continue playing this, guys, but we are going to end the stream, and we're going to get serious for the last couple of rounds. So thanks for coming out, you guys. Appreciate it. And Bam Bam is up next week, guys. Def Jam Bam, you might know him in the community as well. And I was going to say, if you want to be on this mixer stream with me, if you want to do what Jago is doing right now, make sure you send me a DM on my Twitter account, which is just Newf Nukem, and just let me know that you're interested, and I'll try to get you on when the schedule permits. Sometimes we might even go with 3 people, but right now I'm just trying to get a lot of people out of the way, get them introduced into the community so people know who they are and how to find them, that sort of stuff, and have a great time chatting and playing games while we're at it. You know, we're not paying attention to what the fuck we're doing, but we're still having a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna suck while we're doing it.
So thanks so much, guys, for you got a few questions. What are they, fandom? Drop them now before we rock out, man.
Your Titan's ready for deployment.
We'll send you to the party invite afterwards once we end the stream here.
Yep.
But if you want to ask questions now, or you can wait till the party. What is it, bro?
The harvester shields are gonna drop if they keep taking damage. Give it some cover.
Where did my anti-Titan weapon go? Holy crap.
Alright, so he's got some
this.
questions, but I assume he's going to leave them for the party chat. So again, guys, thanks for watching the stream. We've had an absolute blast. I am Newf Nukem. Our guest is...
I have had a blast.
Harvester shields are about to go
Our
down.
guest
Jago
is...
Kuken.
There you go. Follow him on
Jago.
Twitter. Send him a message. Show him some love. Jago.
Thank you, brother.
Jago.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to end the stream. Thanks for coming out. You guys are fantastic.